debutantes, it is a couple days before Easter and I have a super easy DIY for you that you can finish in just a couple of hours. I actually thought of this project because I was watching my daughter's video, Maureen, over at Glitter and Groceries, and she was putting all of her Easter stuff and she didn't have enough and she wanted something tall. So I kind of thought, well, what do I have I could make her? So I decided to make her this cute little bunny on a piece of reclaimed lumber. It's got to be probably about 12 inches tall. It's a super thick piece of lumber, so it will stand up all by itself. I think it will look great on her table that she likes to decorate. So let me show you everything we need and how I made this project. All right, so let's get started. This is what you're going to need for your project. A bunny shape. I purchased this at Michael's, 60% off. It was, I don't know, maybe $1, but I'm sure you can find this on Google Images and just print it out. You just need the shape. If you're super talented, you could probably freehand this. That is not my super talent. So you'll need a bunny shape. You will need a piece of scrap fabric or ribbon to make the little bow. I'll show you how I did that later. This is a piece of scrap wood. This is actually a pallet board, but my husband works in an industrial type environment, so he gets really big pallets. So he cut this for me. I gave it a light sanding. I really like the sawmill marks, so I wanted to keep it very rustic. You'll need paint for your bunny once you decide what color you want. I'm just going to use white. I have a couple different size brushes. I'm not sure, what size is going to be the best to get up in the ears and like do the detail work. I have a piece of sandpaper in case I want to sand the bunny to make it look a little more antiqued. You will need a glue gun and a glue stick to attach your bow, and a piece of chalk or a chalk pencil to trace your bunny. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bunny on the wood where I want it to sit. So I'm going to try and center it to the best of my abilities. And I want to trace this in something that will wipe off easily, so I'm going to try the chalk first. Oh, that sound makes me crazy. So I'm going to just trace around this bunny as quickly as possible so all my goosebumps will go away. This way, if you paint and you don't cover that line, a wet sponge will just get rid of your outline. So, oh, I hate that sound. Okay, so there is my outline done with the chalk. So now what I'm going to do is get a paper plate, put my paint on it, and get ready to paint. It's all painted. I let it dry for quite a while, and then I just took my sandpaper and went over it just so you would see through the wood, so it would look a little bit more rustic. And then I just took a wet towel and wiped it all off and got the dust off. So now pretty much the last thing we have to do is put this little bow right there on her ears. And all I did was I used a piece of fabric that I tore. It was some Easter fabric, and I'm just going to make a bow, and it's pretty self-explanatory. So I use that end, it's kind of a short end, and then I just make my bow. I'm sure everyone knows how to tie a bow. Well, that one didn't even come out very good. So you're just going to make kind of a loose bow, and then just kind of fluff it up until you have it, the way you want it. Trim the edges, and then you have your bow. So I'm just going to take my handy dandy glue gun, put a little bit right there on the back of the bow, and secure it right there. Get rid of the strings, and pretty much it's all done. So there it looks with the bow. But I have a little bonus project I'm going to show you I was working on while that bunny was drying. This was another piece of scrap lumber that I had. This was from those Home with the Mason Jar project we did a while back, and I had one more piece left, so I figured I would go ahead and make this cute little sign. It says hippity hop with a little bunny on the end. All I did for the bunny was I used this bunny template from the Target dollar spot. It came in, I don't know, like a group of 10 or whatever, all those different bunnies. I guess you can make garland with it or do whatever. So I just laid him down, traced it, painted it the same way. Then I just used these stencils that I bought at Michael's in the graphics department, not in the home dec department. It's where kind of the engineering stuff is. And I just traced out the stencil and then painted it freehand with a brush. And then for the hippity, I used one of these cheapo stencils. I think this is in the same department, but I bought these at Goodwill in a pack. So I just traced out that stencil, and after I painted it, of course I let it dry, and then I sanded it down again to give it more of a rustic feel. I may, there's already a hole here from the last project, so I may have my husband drill me another hole right here and then do like a wire hanger for the back. But since this was kind of a last minute project, he had already gone to work. So I bought these little bows in the Target dollar spot last year. I don't know, I pick up these types of things and hold on to them. And I thought he would make a cute little bow tie for my bunny. So again, I'm just going to do a little bit of hot glue on here. See if I can line this up and give him a little bow tie. And he's done. How cute is that? So here is the finished bunny and my little bunny display on my shelf. Even though this is a gift for Maureen, I thought it would be pretty to show you it all set up. Obviously it's not centered between the plants, but I just think it looks really nice with that display. So I hope you all enjoyed this super easy Easter project. Please subscribe if you have not, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye guys.